Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Top Producers Nation podcast. This, of course, is the podcast designed to help you become a top producer in your desired market, no matter what market that may be. We also work with team leaders and brokers to help them develop more top producers on their teams and in their organizations across the nation. We're powered, though, on a local level by the Tampa Bay Real Producers franchise here in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida. And if you're familiar with our platform, we feature the top 500 producing agents in the Tampa Bay market through our magazine, post a ton of events for them, and then started this podcast to also tell their stories. But we are powered locally by the partners who support our entire platform. Title companies, mortgage lenders, home inspectors, et cetera, et cetera. And our partners are really the backbone behind the entire platform. So we bring many of them as well on the show so you can get to know some of those what we call preferred partners here. You can find them, by the way, at tampabayrealproducers.com. Just click on partners and you'll be able to see the different ones that we have involved in our community. But one of our OGs, I would say, is none other than the queen herself, Miss Lori LaCoppola with University Title. Lori, it's great to finally have you on the show.
I know.
I feel like we should have done this years ago.
We should have. I know. And I still have all my stuff for the feature for the magazine. I got to get it over. So.
Yes, right. Let's make that happen as well.
Yeah, but thanks for having me, Dawn.
It's our pleasure. It really is. Lori, in many ways, is like a sister to me. She was part of the original conversation that actually brought real producers to this market. Lori had some experience with Orlando Real Producers back then. Aaron Luden, shout out to my boy out there in Orlando who does an amazing job out there. But Lori had some experience working with Aaron and knew a little bit about Orlando Real Producers when I was starting the process of getting the Tampa Bay Real Producer thing moving. Yeah. And so Lori and I had multiple conversations at the Center Club back in those days about how we were going to get this thing off the ground. Yeah. And it's crazy to think that that was like almost 9 years ago, 8 years ago now. Jeez. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, we're only 22.
I know. It's nuts how that really shakes out. So let's talk a little bit about just your story and background, because you've had some great experiences in multiple industries. And I know you're very passionate about the real estate industry in general and your agents. When we initially met, though, you were in warranty.
I was, yes.
And you also were a licensed agent before that, weren't you?
Yes, yeah.
So let's talk a little about that. When did you get licensed as an agent? Did you grow up in Tampa?
So I moved to Tampa when I was 10.
Okay.
So yes, technically I grew up in Tampa, from Chicago originally.
Got it.
But got here when I was 10, graduated, and went to nursing school. I was
what
a
moved
pediatric
you to Florida?
nurse. I had to move with my family.
Sure.
I was 10.
They just wanted better weather?
Yeah. They wanted better weather out of Chicago.
Yeah.
And so I was buying my first house, building my first house, and I became friends with the salesperson. She's like, have you ever thought about real estate? And I was like, no, like I'm a nurse, you know, like I've been doing this 10 years. And she's like, no, you should really think about it. You'd be great. And I was like, I don't know. And then she talked me into it, and I got my license in 2005.
Okay.
So this is my
rough time,
20. Huh? Well, that was still the okay time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple years later.
Yeah, it was a couple.
Really
it was 2008 when poop hit the fan.
Yeah.
But I did well for 3 years. Worked for a builder. Then went into general and did that until 2014.
Okay.
And then I was kind of over that. I was running property management, and we were managing about 140 homes, and it was very time consuming. A lot of weekends. My daughter was still young. And again, I don't remember if you know if you remember Sarah Haish. Remember Sarah?
Yes, I do.
So she was with First American Home Warranty, and her and I were friends. And she was leaving. She was moving into title. And she's like, you should apply. And I was like, okay. I like that idea.
It was really kind of a lifestyle decision at first.
Yeah. It was, because when people are moving during the weekend and, they're coming from New York and they're supposed to be there at noon and then they don't show up till 11 p.m. and I'm dragging my kid to go do their, walk through. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And so I worked for First American Home Warranty for 5 years. Loved it. Actually a great job, great company, was very happy. But I wanted something different again. You get yelled at a lot in home warranty. You have to have very strong shoulders, which I did, but title's my favorite part. It's just you're there at the end of the transaction, the fun part of the transaction. You're celebrating most of them, right? Like we always try to say we believe that, every closing is a new beginning, whether you're downsizing, upsizing, going through a divorce, first-time home buyer, there's so many different things. But just kind of being a part of that end process is what I've really enjoyed the most. So now
and
I've
even
been
your
in
journey
that.
within title has evolved
Yes,
over the years, right?
sure.
There's been a couple different title companies that I've known you through as we've worked through that space. And then you had this opportunity to kind of like build a team and show some leadership through building a new brand in this market. Speak to that a little bit. Is that what attracted you to that and how that opportunity came your way?
Yeah. The last company I was with, I loved. I did very well. Everything was great, but I, had this opportunity kind of be put in front of me, and the excitement of building that brand here, what I've worked so hard for relationships, here in Tampa for so long. It was an opportunity for me to kind of put my own stamp on it. It was an opportunity for me to grow a company kind of from the beginning. Now, don't get me wrong; they had 7 years. They exist in other markets, but this here in Tampa was me, and so the challenge was really exciting, and the just kind of being able to make my own decisions and do things the way I know works for me. And kind of, putting them on the map here in Tampa was something that just kind of excited me a little.
And they're based out of Michigan, correct?
Based out of Michigan.
Initially. Is the goal ideally to open up more Florida-based markets?
Yes. Okay. Yes. I think we're talking about Orlando next, just because, again, I have a little bit of a platform there.
Yeah.
We're talking about Jacksonville, and then we may look at Fort Myers and Naples.
Is there any other states that they're in right now?
Yeah, we're in 9 other states, actually. Okay. Yeah.
Mostly West Coast, or where Midwest of the country?
We've got Colorado and Arizona. Everything else is East Coast.
Cool.
Yeah.
So university title, going national. Yeah. Making this goal 50 states eventually. Is that where they're trying to go with this whole thing?
Some states are hard.
Yeah. I know that there's some pretty nitty gritty policies and regulations in certain states. Yeah.
There is. Because we've definitely had some people that wanted us to kind of look into opening there. And then once you kind of get into the meat and bones of everything, you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know if that's going to work.
Has this new opportunity been what you expected it in terms of there's a lot of pressure that comes with kind of like being somebody to build something from the ground, right? And I'm sure that's maybe even provided more work or more commitment, more hours, whatever all that has been. Has it been what you expected it to be since you took the opposite? Not at all, huh?
No. I was never really on the operations side, right? So that was all new for me, right? So the marketing side I was comfortable with, my clients that love me and are loyal to me, great. I was able to build a few more relationships because of, kind of having the lead here, if you will. I was not prepared for the operations side. If you don't have the right people in the right place, it can affect your business. I mean, we all know that, right?
Sure.
But I didn't fully see that until it happened.
And you were the one that was kind of responsible for hiring who you needed to hire, right?
Correct. Yeah. And so we went through a couple people who were not a great fit. And unfortunately, some of the business kind of went away.
Sure.
Because, if you don't do great business or have good support and, it's... Think about like when an agent takes a buyer out or, a listing's on the market for 30, 45 days, 60 days. Yeah. Right. And then they get to the closing table and title messes up on something and it ruins the whole entire process.
Yeah.
So,
not the experience you want to have.
Not the experience you want to have.
Right.
And I'm not saying it happened often, but it happened. Sure. And having to rebuild those relationships and accept responsibility and kind of look and be like, even though I really like you personally, you know me, you've known me for so long, I'm a very personal person. I always like people to like me. I like liking people. Right. So when you like someone and then you still have to let them go because they're not a good fit, that was hard.
No doubt. Part of being a leader, Lori.
Hard being a leader. And so I think that's what I struggled with the most. Yeah. But we're through that now. We have an amazing team. The operations side between the 4 of them have over 100 years experience.
That's cool.
So, speaks 4 different languages. Nice. So we finally found our groove. Did it take a year and a half? Yeah, it did.
Which in the big scope of thing isn't really that bad.
Right. Yeah, it was
Where's
a
your
challenge.
Location again now?
So we're over by West Shore,
Okay.
right kind of at the 275 entrance.
Yep.
Over there. And we are looking at getting a standalone because right now we're in a shared space,
Okay.
which can be tough sometimes because, again, you want that experience to be really exciting and professional. So, yeah, we're going to be looking at a standalone soon and just continue to grow and build here.
Cool. Do you have your eye on a certain area that you're targeting to want to go to or not yet?
So, yes, actually. We either do want to stay close to the airport or South Tampa.
Okay.
Because 2 of our girls live in St. Pete, and then 1 is in Riverview. So we're trying
to be further apart.
Yeah. So we're trying to kind of keep everyone somewhat centered.
Yeah.
So that it's not a horrible drive for really anyone.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there anything you feel like you would like agents to know that you think you've been trying to build university title around in terms of like a distinguishing factor that you think could make university title different than other title options that are out there? Everyone knows there's no shortage of title options, right? There's a lot out there that are available.
Yep.
So what would you say, that you would like to lean into that you think university title is different in what way?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the good companies do very similar things, but I think a couple things that do set us a little bit apart is we do the at-list title. And what that means is as soon as the property is listed, they can send over the listing agreement to us and we'll start the title search. This way, if there is a cloud on the title or something that needs to get cleared up, we're not waiting until last minute because as we know now, there's a lot of cash deals and the cash deals typically want to close sooner. So we do offer, the at list. And then honestly, it's just kind of, we want to be a partner, and that's what I always say is, do you want me to go pound the pavement with you? Let's do it. You guys doing a call night? Let's go, let's sit down. I've been in the business long enough that you can run things, through me or by me and ask my opinion, let's figure out what you want out of this business right now with the market the way it is, and let's figure out how to get there. So it's not just, dropping off donuts and taking them to happy hours. It's a lot of people don't kind of realize, and I don't know why, but like when your business grows, mine grows. So why am I not going to spend that time really working with you? Yeah, let's do it together. So I do think that those are, a couple of things that really do kind of set us apart.
One of the things that I think I've always appreciated about your approach is that Lori obviously is very relational. She's always intentionally looking for ways that she can add value to agents on a personal level, from just human to human interaction, right? Like looking for those opportunities to do that. But she also, from a business sense, has always leaned into education. She's supported our panel series within Tampa Bay Real Producers for many years. She's supported a lot of not only real producer stuff, but you do a lot of your own like educational events. You still to this day like partner with, I've seen you do stuff with Calvin with Comfortable Closings, and I just had a call with Justin Kelly over at CMP Mortgage, I believe.
I have an event with him Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Big event
So
over
I know we
Brooksville.
were actually chatting about that briefly. And so by providing that level of value, right, to the community and everything that is provided, this isn't just education on like title, right? Which is what I think some people might think is, oh, well, of course they're providing education on just, they want me to be their client as a title side, but this is all education revolving around how to actually better the agents.
Yes.
And so just following somebody, who I know has a heart for wanting to truly give, to me is the right way to go about it, and to add value to the business. So
thank you for that.
Of course.
It has worked, like our classes really, we do try to really do a mixture, right? Like listing classes and, are you pricing your properties correctly? Those are all things. And then we do CE classes, and I kind of started getting away from the happy hours, because I quit drinking, but B, you can't really get with everybody and have real conversations with everyone. And
hey guys, just want to take a quick second here during this episode to explain that if you're somebody who would love to work with the top 500 producing agents in Tampa Bay, just like the one that you see right now during this actual interview, all you'd have to do to learn more about that is go to apply, tampabayrealproducers.com, and you'll see an application there to actually apply to become a preferred partner for the top 500 producing agents here in the Tampa Bay market. We work with some of the best lenders, title companies, home inspectors, different industries, 25 different industries represented right now. You can actually see the full list of them at tampabayrealproducers.com. Click on partners at the top, and you will see all of our existing partners in this particular franchise here locally. So if that interests you and you would love to work more closely with these top producing agents, you can find that application actually right on our website at tampabayrealproducers.com. But if you want to go directly to the application, just put the words apply, APPLY, and then Tampa Bay Real Producers. We'll put that link as well in the description. Let's go ahead and get back to the episode.
And I'm, realizing, especially the way the market is now, like you really have to have those intentional conversations.
Yeah.
Not just like, what are you drinking?
Right.
Like, how's your weekend? Like, I want to know what
are you really dealing with right now?
What you're really dealing with and what, what makes you tick and what are you trying to get to? And, let's figure it out. So, definitely being more intentional with everything that I'm doing right now.
Is there anything else on your radar that is part of your business plan this year, moving forward with University Title, that you'd want people to be aware of? Like, what's your main focus moving forward, would you say?
Well, for the last 6 months, it's really been service. And now I feel like we finally have that in place. So now I get an opportunity to go out and do what I do best and shine a little bit more. I think the next thing that I'm going to kind of really getting involved in is investors.
Okay.
I'm going to start going to some investor meetups and that sort of thing. We are very investor friendly, and not all title companies do investors.
Yeah, that's very true.
So having that knowledge in our team would be really beneficial for us. So I think that is going to be kind of my next focus is kind of getting into the investor world.
Cash might be a good resource for that.
Yeah.
We just talked about that with his commercial connections and everything there too.
I'm going to have to reach out to Cash.
Yeah, no doubt. We're doing a investor panel as well this fall. So just keep that on the radar too. We have a couple investor-friendly agents who work a ton with investors that are already lined up for that for the fall campaign.
You got Beth Silverman on that one? She'd be a good one.
Good question. I forget. She's part of our mastermind right now, but we have Catherine Ruiz, I know, on there. Okay. Randy's Oliva, who does a lot of like flips and works with investors. John DeBellevue, he also does a lot of flips. We featured him in Real Producers recently this year. We featured Randy's last year, and we featured John earlier this year. But I know that those three are locked up for it. I don't think Beth is actually on this panel, but she might be on a different one. We're doing another one on passive income as well.
Oh, nice.
So maybe that would work out too.
Yeah. So that's kind of the next thing.
Yeah, I love it. So from a leadership standpoint, are you still looking to add more to the team? Do you feel like your roster is now where you want it to be, or are you still interviewing and looking for roles?
Yeah, I think our roster right now is where it needs to be. We just brought on 2 more. They're a team. They've worked together for 15 years. They know each other through and through, so it's worked really, really well. So now we're prepared to grow again. I think that was one of the biggest things is we weren't prepared for the business we were getting. And service just wasn't always perfect, I mean, not that it's ever perfect, but we grew too fast, too quick, and didn't have the right people in place. Now we have them in place, so now we can grow. So, for right now, I think we're good with who we have. They all have a ton of experience. And so, I think we're gonna hold off on hiring right now, just rebuild and build more. And then we'll definitely be expanding. We have a lot of really big goals for Florida.
And you're going to be actively involved with that for the whole state, right?
Correct.
Not just Tampa Bay.
Nope, the whole state.
Cool.
Yep.
And is that, I know years ago when you made that decision to leave the agent business, some of it was just kind of time constraints and understanding the flexible lifestyle piece that you wanted. Are you being able to still do the lifestyle that you want with this title commitment? And even though your daughter now is older and a little bit different, I'm sure, as far as that goes.
Yeah, I am. But I think that's probably more because I've changed. I'm a little bit older now. And so,
Can't even tell, Lori.
I know.
Those peptides are working for you.
You
want to plug your peptide business that's coming up here soon, or what?
We'll get there. No, but let me answer that. So I think my world has changed. You know what I mean? Like before, I love the flexibility because I was, traveling a lot and I was going out on the weekends with friends and all of that. Where now, my Friday nights consist of Dateline and stalking in the MLS, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. So I get a lot more downtime now, which is what I really like. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty much a homebody. My weekends come around, I might go do an open house, but other than that, I'm kind of chilling at home or spending time with the family. My daughter actually just moved back. I don't think I had told you
really?
yet.
No, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, she moved back 2 weeks ago, so I have her back, which is
she working with you now?
No, okay. She actually she's running our peptide.
She's running the peptide business. That's not bad.
And she works at Longhorn. She transferred from Orlando. She decided it
wasn't
just
a fit for her?
No, after 4 years, but I have a feeling she needed a change. I have a feeling she'll be back. Again, she's maturing and growing. And so, I'm not sure if I answered that, but
yeah, it's all good. Couple things for people to get to know your story a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So when you think about hobbies, interests, things that you just love to do when you're not working and serving the title community, or really the agent community as well, what are some of your passions that keep you busy?
Well, I've turned into this huge organizer.
Okay.
So like every weekend I'll reorganize
closets, kitchens, the whole nine yards.
Yes. Like I really don't know who I am. I actually jokingly told my daughter the other day, I said, you're gonna need to put my face on a milk carton soon because I have no idea where your mother is.
You might lose me in this house somewhere.
Like at all. So I've been really big into organizing. So like I've been organizing the clothes and all the cabinets and everything. So that's been fun. That's something that I really enjoy that I didn't think I would. Okay. Other than that, travel is always going to be a big thing for me. I'm actually in 2 weeks taking my daughter and her boyfriend to LA for a week. So we're going to do the whole influencer itinerary that she has planned. So I'm excited about that.
What is an influencer itinerary?
Like the influencers from TikTok and stuff,
she knows she follows them out there.
Yeah, like you have to go to Erewhon and get this Hailey Bieber $21 smoothie. Like it's the best ever.
She's got it mapped out, huh?
Yeah, and we're going to like the photo booth museum, and so she has I have like 3 things on the list. Like I want to go to the big market where it's like all the different like little restaurants. Yeah. I want to drive by the Bachelor Mansion.
Of course, that's a given. That makes sense.
And there's like one other thing I have on there. The rest is pretty much hers. But I'm like, it's fine. Let's do it.
I was going to ask if you had a favorite show. Is it The Bachelor? Are you a fan?
I would not say that. No, my 2 favorite shows are actually starting next week, and I am. So don't anybody reach out to me. Like
you'll be
after
engrossed.
5:00. Is Love Island and Big Brother.
So you're a reality TV fan.
Yeah, those are.
You're getting chuckles from Rob over here.
Those are my 2 favorite, but I also am big on like Dateline 2020, ID Discovery. Like I love all things. My family was all law enforcement, and my dad and my brother were both detectives, so I kind of grew up with that.
Does your family live in this area at all?
Yeah,
still?
They're in Pasco, Newport Richey.
Right.
Yeah, and so I kind of grew up with that, and I've always loved police shows and Dateline and all that. If I had to choose regular shows, anything Gordon Ramsay is my favorite.
You're a Gordon Ramsay fan. He is entertaining. I can see that.
Gordon Ramsay fan. Yeah. I love his recipes. I cook them all the time.
You think that's his real personality, or is that a TV front?
I think it's a TV thing for sure. They have a documentary on Netflix right now. He's actually like personally seems like one of the coolest people out there. I think he does a lot of that for the show. I did meet him at Hell's Kitchen grand opening in Vegas.
Nice.
Which was really excited. I have a picture with him I carry on my phone. But yeah, I just like him. So anything Gordon Ramsay I watch.
There we go.
Otherwise, I'm not a big TV person.
You're giving people insights into how they can build a relationship with Lori and get on the good side.
Yeah.
Right, if need be.
Yeah. Text me about
gifts.
Love Island
there you go.
Send me a Gordon Ramsay recipe and we're
Gordon
friends.
Ramsay TikTok video or whatever, and you're good to go.
Good.
A set of hex clads.
Do you have a
hex clad. Send me a pan.
Something to help with more organizational abilities. we're locked and loaded. Or if you really want to get a good, peptides is the way to go nowadays.
Yes.
So I know we were talking off camera. We mentioned it a few times. Yeah. We could throw out there like you've been on this little journey, right, with peptides. I
have.
And it seems like it's been working for you, right?
Very well.
You said you felt no brain fog, energy through the roof, just feeling good about things. Yeah. And so this is kind of new for you, right? Last couple of weeks?
It is. It is 4 weeks. My daughter's been doing it about 3 months, and just seeing the changes in her. And then I have a couple of really good friends that are actually agents that have been using it for quite a few months. And
now they have different peptides based on what you want to experience, right? Like if the goal is say weight loss, that would be like a different type of peptide. Yep. Then let's just say you want to have more energy.
Correct.
Is that true?
There's so many different peptides out there, but
how many have you leaned into?
I take 5 a week. Okay. I'm getting ready to add 1 more. Mine mainly because I'm over 50 now.
We don't have to disclose that if you don't.
We don't need that.
I got something for you.
Let it all hang out.
Mature age. So for me, it was just really important.
So there's like an anti-aging peptide potentially.
Yes,
there you go.
There's a couple of them where it helps with cell rejuvenation and collagen repair and gut health, and helps with fine lines and wrinkles and skin elasticity. And
I think I saw one you posted about. Was it NAD?
NAD, that's my favorite.
Is
NAD
it really?
Plus.
So I read.
Love it.
Tony Robbins wrote a book called Life Force.
Okay.
And it's like a 600-page manual on modern day health advances and everything. And it's pretty. Did
he
intense.
mention it?
He mentioned it. Yes, he talks about peptides in the book, in one of the chapters, and NAD was the main one I remember him leaning into. Is that like anti-aging, or is that the main objective?
That's the main one for that.
Okay.
So that and MOTS together are really the two best. They work really, really well together. But NAD, again, helps with energy, brain fog, cell repair, collagen repair, fine lines and wrinkles, mood, like just
that's cool,
amazing. And then MOTS works, your mitochondrial, right? So that kind of helps with cell repair and a little bit of energy.
Did you have somebody who kind of guided you in this direction and laid out a couple of these different formulas for you?
So Panita Promstock, who's with Frank Albert Realty, she's into it. She's into it and explained a lot to me, and kind of when I told her what I was looking for, kind of what I do now, like that's always my first question. Well, what are you trying to get out of it? Like what's important to you? Because the 23-year-olds aren't going to do the same as the 45-year-olds,
sure.
It's just different. The 23-year-olds want, which I do take the GHKCU, which is like they call it the beauty peptide. And that is for like hair growth and again, fine lines and nail growth and skin repair. And so they call it the beauty peptide. So, a lot of the younger people are taking that. It's cute and it's blue. And so again, it's just kind of what you're looking for.
If you're not a fan of needles, though, you just got to bite the bullet, huh?
Yeah, but that you get the 0.05. They're so small.
Don't even feel it.
And if you shoot
yourself in the tushy or right in the hip, and you're ready to rock. This is where a
lot of people mess up, though, is they do it quick, right? They're like, oh, if you just actually put it in slow, it hurts so much less. So much less. And people don't always, they're just
Write
like,
that down, Rob.
they just want to stick it in. And it's like you're jabbing yourself. Like literally it's so, just slow.
Little needles, Rob. It's all it takes.
Little needles.
Little peptide. I think Rob's very interested in these peptides. Very interested.
Call me later, Rob. But I'm loving them. Like,
so if an agent wants to work with University Title on the title side, the peptide thing now comes with it with some education.
It does.
Being able to learn about the health.
And if I'm helping you with peptides,
so
I expect a title order. It's all inclusive
here. We want to help you with your title. We're going to close your deals, and we're going to make sure you're healthy and fit, so you can keep bringing more deals.
And we're going to cook you a meal.
And we're going to cook you a meal.
And we'll organize your closets. I mean, we got it all figured out here. We're creating offers like crazy for University Title. We're remodeling your business right here, Lori. Making it happen, making moves. That's what we do here with our Top Producers Nation podcast. Yep. We solve problems.
We do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite book?
Author, seminar that you've ever attended that you feel like has made a huge impact on you, personally or professionally?
So you probably don't know this about me, but I hate reading.
Yeah, I think I do know that, actually.
I'm not. I'll do an Audible all day.
But you've done some seminars.
I have. I definitely have. I've done Tony Robbins twice, which I loved. The first one I did was COVID. So I was at home doing it by myself.
On his massive studio
Yes,
screen. Yeah.
which was intense. And instead of, walking
Did you
on
break the wood at home?
We broke the wood at home. Sure did.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. But done Tony Robbins twice. I mean, there definitely are some books that I like. I think, and I don't know if you've heard of this one, but there's a couple. So it's called Mr. Schmooze. So that's one that I like. And then it's
the sales book?
Yeah, it's a sales book, Mr. Schmooze, because you're schmoozing everyone.
Sure.
And then another one that I really like is called Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda.
Okay.
And then I've always
those are two new ones. I don't think we've heard those referrals
and then I've
before,
always
Rob.
liked, Raving Fans and
classic.
the Gary Keller book and
Yep.
but yeah, I'm definitely more of because I'm in my car so much, driving everywhere.
Yep.
And before I started the peptides, like I would read a whole page, and my mind, like I'd be done reading the page, and then I'd be like, "What did I just read?" Because I was thinking about 7 other things.
Yeah, I've been guilty of that at times.
Yeah, so if I'm in the car and the Audible's playing, I'm like, okay. I even do the Bible in the car on Audible.
That's great.
I mean, it's easy because I'm in there and I'm driving so much, and I like the radio, but like they play the same stuff. And
right.
so I'm like, let me stick it in Audible. So yeah, I'm not really a book reader.
Brian Tracy used to teach that your car should be your $1 million university. Mm-hmm. Just driving around, that's mobile university is what he used to preach.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense for sure. All right, so we talked about favorite book. We talked about movies and TV, a little bit about vacations and travel. Do you have a favorite place to travel, by the way? Is there one that stands out?
Oh, it probably is California, to be honest.
Is it really?
Yeah, I've been to San Francisco, LA a couple times, San Diego. I think Vegas used to be my number. Do you want something crazy? I've never been out of the country. I just got my passport because I was going to Justin Johnson's wedding, and but I ended up not going.
I did.
And so I got it for that, and because Courtney's invited me out 100 times, and I'm like, oh, my passport. Again, she's like,
now you're ready to
she's
go.
like, we're doing it in 2 weeks, so I never had a chance to get it. But anyway,
You mean to tell me you've been on all of these boat trips, and you've never taken a cruise?
Oh no, I've taken cruises
out of the country.
Okay, yeah.
Just never got off
I
the
just
boat.
meant like,
wait a minute
I meant
here.
like I've never like gone
Flown
like
somewhere.
I really want to go to Greece, like I really want to go to Italy, my Italian background. I want to go to Australia, but in the US, I mean, I will
want to go
say
with your daughter, or are you waiting for some man to come around and take you to Greece?
No, I think we're planning Italy for her 25th birthday.
Nice.
Just her and I. So
That's
grandma
awesome.
doesn't want to go. It's too much traveling for her. So I said, where do you want to go? She said, Italy. I said, okay, let's
I'm
start
assuming
working on it.
LaCoppola is Italian roots.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
What part of Italy do you know?
Sicilian.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're going there?
Yeah.
Do you
I have
any
cousins that
connections
live
out
there.
that
I
you're
do.
aware of? That's
Yep.
cool.
I have cousins. We're friends on Facebook and all of that. And
Nice.
So yeah, I think we're going to do that for her 25th birthday. But other than that, if I, again, choose here, like I didn't love New York. I like New York.
Yeah.
But I like more, give me Caribbean or give me
You want the warm weather.
I want warm weather and I
get it.
want, like LA,
Palm trees.
San Diego, like beach.
You want some sand between the toes.
Yeah. That's
I
my
get it.
favorite.
You don't find a lot of that in New York for sure. New
Yeah.
York I love New York for the food.
Yeah.
They have some amazing restaurants.
For sure.
Any type of food you want. You could find
For
that in a lot of
sure.
major cities as well, of course.
Yeah.
But that was to
Even
me, it was
Tampa
always
has
the
great
food
food now.
and the energy. There was something
Yeah.
different about the energy in New York, I remember. I grew up there. So I just felt like anytime you went into the city, no matter what time of day it was, there was just a certain energy level that just felt different. You know, you can be exhausted, but then once you get off the train, it was like you were ready to go. It was a different vibe.
Yeah.
But that is what it is. It's not the warm weather paradise, though, that some of
I'm
these
more
other
of a
places
Southern
are.
girl.
I get that. So I know we started this podcast by talking about some of the opportunities that you've done in different industries over the years. Do you feel like title is the home for you? You
is.
found the industry that's the right spot that's going to hold Lori for the rest of your career?
I do. I just enjoy it the best. Do I miss sometimes, with contracts and being an agent? Sure. I don't miss home warranty. I loved it. I'm going to let Dominic take care of that. I love Dominic.
Shout out to Dominic Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, he's part of our
let
family as well.
Let him take care of that. So yeah, title's been my sweet spot for me. It gives me balance, but still excitement. You know, you can have a little bit of too much in some areas. So I think this is something that fits me really well, fits my lifestyle really well. So yeah, this is where I will.
Very cool.
This is where I will pass the torch and go be a Walmart greeter or something. Well, after this,
we're going to put a bow on the episode with a last question here, but I do want to just thank you publicly again for your support over the years with Real Producers. I don't know if we would even have Real Producers if it wasn't for your influence in the early days, especially, and really over the years, you've supported it in so many different ways. So it means a lot to me personally. I know it means a lot to anybody who's been a part of our platform. We've had, hundreds of agents now that have been featured by Real Producers over the years.
Well, you've done an amazing job.
Sometimes they don't realize that honestly, without people like you, there is no Real Producers. It just doesn't exist. So it definitely means a lot to us. And we appreciate that. And what would you say, this is what I call our legacy question. So when you think about that day many years from now, when you are peptided out and you're sitting on that rocking chair and you're thinking about what you'd want to be most remembered for, your legacy, personally or professionally, what are some thoughts that come to mind that would mean the most to you?
I think what I've thought more recently, because it's a great question, and I think as humans we should think about that. I think for me, business wise, I really want to be remembered when I retire or whatever for just being a genuine partner. I think someone who was a big cheerleader for people, always tried to bring people together, the collaboration over competition, being a team player, really. And so I think that's what I want to be most remembered for.
I think you're living it, Lori. You are living it. I know when your name comes up in my audiences anyway, they always seem to, I think, view you. Plus, you've won like 4 different team player awards that are Agent Choice Awards. So that must mean something.
Yeah.
That people are reviewing you that, and you tend to be one of the highest vote getters at a lot of our Agent Choice Awards. So for what it's worth, your brand is out there and people are aware of that mission. And so you've done a good job of that for sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We want to encourage our audience the way we always do to end the episode with a call to action and with a challenge. Ultimately, if you take action on any of these episodes, you tend to lock in the value a lot more effectively than if you just listen kind of passively and then forget very easily what was discussed. And so there was different components to our conversation here today with Lori. Maybe even some of the books that she threw out there as a recommendation could be a quick action step that you can take to lock in some value. Maybe you're somebody who knows that you need to up your game when it comes to your partners, and you're an agent who's not completely satisfied with your relationship with your title professional. Lori, I know, is always welcome to that conversation and sharing with you the different things that make university special. So maybe it's just a simple conversation with someone like her to kind of open the door for those possibilities. I know that university also has specific strategic partnerships with teams and brokerages that she's had a lot of success with here in Tampa Bay. And if you're a team leader or a broker who might be looking for like some form of a partnership, I know Lori is always entertaining those conversations as well. So you can subscribe to this podcast as an action step as well by clicking the button below. That way you'll be notified every time we drop a new episode, which is weekly. And follow us at topproducersnation.com to join the online community, get access to the courses, the resources, and the ongoing education to help you be a top producer in your desired market. We'll see you on the next episode of the Top Producers Nation podcast. Later.